Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video on our YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a demo of our brand new tracking platform Orchestra. So to navigate to Orchestra, open up your preferred web browser. You'll see I'm on the OIA Global website here, and then within your browser we will pop a link in the description of this video. This is the page that you'll be greeted with. So as a new user, you will come down to this area here, which I'm highlighting now, where it says new user, sign up. You'll go ahead and click the sign up button. Then you will go and select typically your Microsoft account. So you will go and click there. And then once you've clicked Microsoft, it will then take you to a new screen, and it will ask for various credentials. So your name, your company name, and then it will come through to us as the OIA administrators, and then we will approve your sign-on request. So today's demo I'm going to be doing in our pre-production environment. So this is the environment where we've got sort of neat features ready to be loaded into the production environment. So some of these, or the majority of these that you see today, will be in the environment that you log into. Some of them will be coming soon. So upon logging in, you'll be greeted with this screen, which is going to be the shipment screen. So this is where you will have a complete overview of all of the shipments within the network, within your company. So you can see here at the top, you've got the total shipment count, which is 54 in this instance. So this is covering all the shipments overall, so every single status combined. Then you've got the various columns along here. So we've got the shipment number, for example, so we can actually sort the shipment number if we wanted to, or any of the other columns using this little arrow within the column itself. So for instance, if I wanted to see which shipments had the highest container counts or lowest container counts, we can go ahead, we can click that one, and then we can reverse the order, and then I can see which shipments have the most containers within that particular shipment. So that's always a nice place to start, is being able to sort the columns. Then we're working sort of along the top here. You see that we've got the various statuses of the shipments themselves. So instead of all, for instance, let's go ahead and look at the delivered shipments here. Once I click the delivered shipments, you'll notice that the number has gone from 54, I believe it was previously. Let's just make sure, 54 shipments, and then when I click delivered, it drops to 28. So these are going to be displaying, as you would expect, all of the delivered shipments within your account. So playing on the delivered shipments now, we can obviously scroll down. We can see all of the statuses here. For the shipment statuses are delivered. We can then see the modes of transport here as well. So all of the ones on the delivered appear to be C. If I head back to all, let's go ahead and check on this and click this option to sort it. So we have got some air shipments as well here. So it's a nice option where we're able to once again sort this from a sort of high to low or an alphabetical order, and we're able to see air and sea shipments. Then we've got the container mode, the container count, like I showed earlier. We then got the origin, the destination, the goods description, the gross weights. And again, the gross weights is something where if we wanted to look at the sort of high to lows or the low to highs of the weights of the shipments, we can do that by clicking that there. And then the actual departure and actual arrival dates, same premise again. We can go ahead and we can sort that from low to high and high to low. So we can look at the earliest delivery dates, or the earliest actual departure dates, and then the most recent actual departure dates as well. So we've got those options there. Another option that we're able to do within Orchestra is we can search by shipment number, and to make it easier, we've also got this option here to actually copy the shipment number. So let's go ahead and pull this one ending in 2844, which is an in-transit shipment. Then we can go ahead and pop that into the search bar there, so it saves having to sift through all of the shipments if you want to find a particular shipment, for example. So we've got that information in there from the shipment search, and then to return to the previous screen, we can just remove that, and it will generate all of our shipments once again. So let's go back to the delivered filter here, and let's dive a little deeper into a shipment. So let's go ahead and look at this very first shipment, for example. So I will go ahead and click this one. So once we pull up the shipment here, then it will generate the milestone screen, or the shipment details screen, also known here. So at the top we see our shipment number, the screen that we're in, of course, being the shipment details screen. We've also got this notification bell here, which will show sort of general history on the shipment. Right now, I'm not sure if that's going to be visible for you guys because it is something that's in production, but that's going to be coming very soon, where you've got a history of all of the activities on the shipment itself. You also have, next to that, the button that we saw earlier, which will pull up the shipment summary screen. So the shipment summary screen will be, of course, all of the details relating to the shipment, all in one condensed screen, as we've seen earlier. And we can also, of course, check that everything sort of matches up in this screen compared to that screen. And then to exit that, you just have a little left click over here and it will make that disappear. You've also then got the customs module as well. So the customs summary, that will pull up the general customs information relating to this shipment. And the little plus button here is where we can view documents in the shipment document tab. And there's also the ability to upload documents as well. So running through the shipment details screen, you've got the milestones, documents, and the history. So we'll start on the milestone screen. So we can see the status shows as delivered. We can see planned delivery versus actual delivery. So 11th of July and the 11th of July. So everything was on time there. And then we can see the pickup from and delivery to. And this is also displayed in this map here as well. So it will show the origin, the actual departure, and then the actual arrival showing in the Netherlands. So then, as we scroll down a touch, we can see the milestones on the shipment. So when it was picked up, where it was picked up from, the dates. You can also see the logistics carrier who were taking this shipment, in this instance, a carrier name. As I scroll down a little more, you're then able to also see when the container was loaded, when it was picked up, when the vessel arrived, the delivery of the container, and then the final delivery being on the 11th of July. You can also see here, sometimes these will be minus numbers, sometimes these will be pluses. So the plus 4 days, of course, will signal that the shipment might have had a few delays along the way. So 4 days were here and another 5 days added onto the shipment journey. So that will all be sort of added up into the overall end delivery date, if you like. Then the information down here, we've also got the volume of the shipment, the weight of the shipment, how many cartons or how many containers there might have been, and then the chargeable weight as well, and then any container information. So you've got the container number, the container type, the weight of the container, and the seal number too. And as we saw earlier with the plus button, we've got the documents tab here. So this is somewhere where we're able to firstly preview the document just by clicking on it here. So this will then pull up a separate PDF. And we're also able to go ahead and save these documents. If we wanted just one, we can go there, and then we're able to come across, download, preview. We've got those options there as well. Otherwise, if you want to just download all the documents, of course, we can select all of those and then press the download button. And then the history is the notification sort of bell where it shows the activities earlier. These are going to be any sort of changes made to the shipment by your shipping agent. That would make any changes to the shipment itself. So that overall is the shipment detail screen and all of the little widgets, bells and whistles within there as well. Then this next option here is going to be the customs summary. So the customs summary will again show the container number, and it will show general information here as well. Once it's been filled in by our agents, and then you can also click this button to take you to the custom summary as well. So this will show the estimated departure, export date, discharge date, etc., etc. here. Then we can navigate back to the home screen by clicking this ship button here. And then once we've pressed that ship button, it will pull up the same information and the same layout that we had previously. So again, the shipment summary, if we wanted to see the shipment summary for this shipment ending in 737, we can go and click this one here, and then this will pull up that side screen there. Another option we've got is to tag a shipment. So if you wanted to easily identify a shipment within this list, let's tag this one ending in 958, for example. I click tagged, and then we will see that the tag color changes. So it just makes it a little easier to identify where was that tag shipment that I was looking for. There it is. So it's one of those where it makes it a bit easier to identify. Then you've got this one, which is a sort of folder looking button. These are our documents. So to go over and locate your documents, we can see the shipment documents here. The various documents are listed here. You've got the option to go ahead and preview a document using this first button, or we can go ahead and just download it to our PC, pressing the second button there. You see I've now got the HBL downloaded to my computer, and then again, same as last time, we can click out of that and it will return us to the main screen. You are also able to access the documents within the shipment detail screen by using this option here. So we've got the documents tab, and then we're able to view those exact same documents right there. So it's all straightforward and easy to use, which is the beauty of Orchestra. Then I will press the ship button once again and head back to the home screen. Then another nice new feature that we didn't have in Connect previously is this option here. So by pressing the three dots, we've still got the export to CSV, so we can take this out to an Excel, but we've also got this edit columns option. So the edit columns option is what you see on screen here right now. We can go ahead and change the order. We can go ahead and bring certain things up. So if we wanted the amount of packs, for instance, in this list, we can just start to drag that up, and then I'll put packs as column number 1, and then let's go ahead and put shipment status and shipment number. Let's swap those around. So I'll swap those. Then all we do, press save changes. And then now we can see that packs is column 1, shipment status is number 2, shipment numbers number 3. So that gives you a really nice customizable view. This view is only for you. So don't worry about customizing it, because it's only going to be on your account. You're not going to break it for a colleague or a friend. And then also, once you have customized these columns, when you do export it to the CSV, it will stay within this order. So it's really nice that you own this platform and you make it yours. So then we can go ahead and move down to this this next button. I'm just going to work from top to bottom. You won't have this notifications button here at the moment. This performance button is due to be coming very, very soon, and the performance button is ultimately the performance of your shipments. So you can see the total shipments, you can see which ones have been picked up, the ones in transit, arrived, scheduled and delivered. Then you can see the number of shipments by month, if you like, as well. We can then zoom out on this graph, and we can keep on working through things, and making the data a bit more sort of pleasing on the eye, if you want, and again customizing it and making it good for you. We can then see the average transit time. All of these are going to be C shipments here, and then the best port pairs as well. So the port pair, we've got Hong Kong to Amsterdam, we've got Penang to Rotterdam, showing the estimated days versus the actual days for delivery. So it starts to really dial in on all of the data that we see, which is going to be obviously very, very useful, and it's always nice to have it in a visual representation like this. We then have the shipments late versus on time, the carbon footprint, the volume, weight and TEU, and this is all chargeable weight. We can add it, we can switch up the graph views there, and then average difference in ETA versus ATA. So that is going to be the performance area. One thing actually, just while I'm thinking about it, with all of these various modes of transport, if you like, is the filters option here as well. So the filters option is something where, as you would expect, we're able to go ahead and filter Orchestra down as well. So by clicking filter, I remember earlier we had a couple modes of transport by air. So if I want to go ahead and find the air shipments, I can go ahead and click that, and then it will filter only by the air. Then again, if we wanted to go back to only the sea shipments and we wanted to get rid of those air shipments, I can go ahead and click this, and you'll notice those 2 air shipments will drop out, and then it will just be down to 52. Then we can also go ahead and we can start to dial it in a bit more, this filter. So for instance, if we wanted to look into the shipment details here, then for the shipment details, if we wanted to look at the shipment status, then let's go ahead and look at just the in-transit shipments, for example. Then we can click off of this, and then we can see there's 13 shipments currently in transit, all of which are listed here. So it again gives you a nice customizable option for your platform. Then we can clear the filters by pressing that X, or we can get rid of it there. Now, another nice option is we can also save these filters. So if there was a particular lane that you wanted to watch, for example, let's go ahead and look at origin. We'll do this location in China, and then the destination being that location in the Netherlands. And then, so if we wanted to look at all the in-transit shipments going to China or going to the Netherlands from China, we can save that on the shipment details there by clicking out of it. The milestones one we don't need because it's all the shipment details. And then we can go into the My Filters area, and we can save the current filter. Then I'm just going to call this My Filter, and then we're going to save to filters. And then whenever you log back into Orchestra, you will always have this filter ready to select within your account. So you just come over to the My Filters section, press My Filter, and then that one will be saved, ready for you to come back in and see. So if you're someone who has to watch a particular lane, or you wanted to see all of the in-transit shipments going from China to the Netherlands, then this is a really nice way to save time on having to constantly apply the filters. And then to wipe the filter, we can just press that button up there, and it will return the view back to normal. So that is going to be everything in the sort of shipment overview screen, if you like. Then we've covered performance, and then this next button here is going to be our customs overview. So this will show all of the customs records. You see, because this is the sort of pre-production environment, there's not as much sort of real data in here, because our agents aren't going to be coming in and applying data to a pre-production environment, because that would be double work. So so that explains why there's a lot of blank gaps here. But you can see what the customs overview really has to offer. It's going to be very, very similar to what we've seen in the overview screen. Again, we've got the shipments overview screen. We've got the option to tag. We've got the option to look at the shipment summary screen once more. We've got the option to pull up the customs side, some custom summary documents once again. And then we've also, of course, got the option to click in to the custom summary, similar to what we do with the shipment itself, and view the information in here too. And if you wanted to view the shipment that relates to this customs record, you can come in down here, similar to what we did with the customs option earlier, and press view shipment. So that is sort of a brief overview of the customs overview screen. And again, you'll see the similarities between the shipment overview screen. Then finally, the last option that you will have here is going to be the reports option. So within the reports tab, we've got the carbon emissions report, account review report, traffic report, and current departure and arrival report. Now, I've covered a very, very extensive video or two on the YouTube channel previously, covering OIA Connect reports. These are the same reports that are embedded, that have been set up by our reports team. So the account review report, I would firstly strongly recommend going across and viewing those videos, because I cover them in a lot more depth. But in short, a quick run through. You can see the total spend here, the total shipments, total volume, total chargeable weight, total gross weight. Then again, similar to the performance, what we saw earlier, we're able to go ahead and sort of make this data hours and make the table hours again. So we can go ahead and we can apply the sort of drill up option and drill downs option. So by drilling up, we only view it by year. By drilling down, we view it by the month of the year. You're also able to go ahead and click a particular month and make it a bit more interactive again, so you see these numbers change as I start clicking. So we see there was a peak in August. If I wanted to look at February, how many shipments were in February? We had seven shipments in February, and this was a total spend. You're able to view the shipments by month, and again the chargeable shipments by month as well there. Shipment by spend, or spend by shipment type, sorry, so that's going to be covering the various shipment types. And then this country's map will show where we're getting this country's map here will show the biggest import and export areas. So we can see the United States is one of the bigger export ones, and then the biggest import area is going to be coming across to sunny old England. So we can see that visual representation on the map there. Then you can also go ahead and view the data table. So the data table on the account review will give you a sort of an entire table showing the account review itself. So this is everything that you're going to see typically in the shipment screen, all covered in here. Then we can go ahead and look at the contact screen. The contact screen is going to be the people who are ultimately running your account. So the sales agent and the account managers here, they will be the people who you would be looking to contact if there are any problems. And then the notes on the reports just lets us know how often the data is refreshed, which says every 60 minutes. I believe it's now every 30 minutes, which is even better for you guys in the reports. Our report owner, the time range, and then just some sort of definitions covering the general reports themselves. Again, similar to the shipments as well, we're able to go ahead and apply filters. So if we wanted to view air shipments only, you can see the numbers change again. If you wanted to see the air shipments by certain quarters, let's go Q2 and Q3 of 2023. We see 6 shipments. So you see the reports start to whittle down bit by bit as you customize them more and more and more. And then yeah, I would again strongly recommend going into the other video on the channel to look into the other reports, but they're going to be very, very similar to what you see what you see previously in the account review screen. They're just going to be obviously different reports. So this is going to, as we go to the overview screen, this is where again our reports will pull up, so we can see the in transit, delivery scheduled and delivered shipments, the shipments by mode and type, average transit time per pair. So this is going to be coming from London Heathrow to Cincinnati here, the estimated days versus average days. Again, you've got all these visual representations, so come in, have a play. You cannot break anything, which is the best news for us, and the best news for you is it just gives you a playground to come in and play and learn, and ultimately just enjoy the new platform. So yeah, watch the video regarding the reports on our YouTube channel already, and if there are any questions, do reach out to your account manager. And they'll be able to forward any queries along to us at the Connect team. But thank you so much for your time, and I hope you enjoy using this new platform.